Well, against his better judgment, Jason Olinger, a shop manager here at Jaguar Buick GMC, has let me back in the service department.
Yeah.
Thank you. I apologize in advance for any mistakes I make here, but
No, you're fine.
we're going to talk about servicing your vehicle. And we've got a beautiful vehicle behind us, this Corvette, which we'll get into in just a minute. But honestly, Jason, any vehicle, you guys are certified to service.
Oh yeah, we're qualified to work on any vehicle anybody can bring to us, and servicing them, no problem there. When it gets into the diagnostic and stuff like that, we'll look at it, play it by ear, and go from there.
Just looking across the shop here, every bay is full, and there are all kinds of different vehicles here that you're taking care of. So let's talk a little bit specifically about what we're going to do today, which is we're gonna do a little service on this Corvette here. What do we know about this vehicle?
It's a 2024 Corvette. It's got a 6.2 engine in it and has the dual clutch transmission.
And of course, the service that you do on this, after a certain amount of miles, what do you recommend that folks come in and do at what particular age of the vehicle?
After about 3,000 miles, start bringing it in for us to check and make sure everything's good as soon as you buy it. But after that, I like to keep it on a 5,000 mile regimen of changing the oil.
Changing the oil,
Yeah.
and whatever other services required for that.
Yeah, in the maintenance manual, they differ from year to year, but the maintenance manual kind of lays out the maintenance schedule for the customer, and we try to adhere to that.
You got this kind of on a cool lift.
Yeah, this is a drive-on lift right here, and it makes it easier for us to get these lower profile cars up there. A little safer, on these other racks right here, there's special lift points and stuff. Of course, we can do that too, but something as simple as what we're going to do today, this is more than suffice for what we need.
So obviously we got to get the oil changed on a regular basis, which we're going to do here in just a second. But also you're doing other things too. You're checking the transmission, other things like that, right? The transmission a little different on the Corvette?
Yeah, transmission's a little different. So this is a manual transmission, but it's electronically controlled. It's a dual clutch transmission. So yeah, it has fluid in it like an automatic transmission, but the computer controls everything on it, all your shifts and everything.
Of course, if you're lucky enough to own a Corvette, a lot of Corvette lovers out there, of course, this is the place to bring them.
Oh yeah, we love Corvettes here, and we have no problem servicing any Corvette needs you need.
A lot of passion for Corvettes here. All right, let's get to work.
All right, let's do it.
The first thing you notice when you walk in the service bay is that you really could eat off this thing if you wanted to. I mean, it is spotless.
I have a stickler about that. I like keeping the place clean.
Yeah.
You just break that loose right there,
Right
and
here.
we'll start getting that oil to drain.
Okay. There we go.
Got it. So this is going to be a dual stage drain plug right here, and the engine has very minimum oil in it at all times. Like you think of a regular old 350 or something like that, and it has all the oil in the oil pan. This isn't like that. This is made for taking G-forces and lateral acceleration and stuff like that. So
unique to the Corvette.
Yes, unique to the Corvette. So here we go. We're going to drop this,
Gotcha.
start draining some oil.
So how many quarts of oil we going to get here?
This is going to be 8 quarts of oil that comes out. Well, right here is probably going to be about 7. Then we're going to get about a quart from the oil filter area.
Okay.
So if you will, just watch yourself in
Gotcha.
case it splashes. And here we go. There's the oil. And there's that plug I was telling you about. If you see, there's an O-ring right there, an O-ring right there. So there's 2 separate areas it's draining right now. You're draining the oil dry sump, and you're draining the engine.
And in terms of the oil that would go in this particular vehicle or any particular vehicle, you really need to pay attention to what the manufacturer recommends?
Oh, most definitely. I would recommend that on oil filters and oil. Anything for the vehicle, the manufacturer has done testing to prove that that is the correct oil filter, air filter. Anything that goes on these vehicles, the manufacturer has done significant testing to prove that that's what it needs.
So don't cut corners when it comes to getting the right kind of oil.
I would stick to the Mobil one. This is a 040 oil right here. It actually says supercar on it because that's what we're working on.
Right, exactly.
So next we're going to do the oil filter. We're going to let that finish draining from the engine and the dry sump. And we're going to drop the oil filter and drain in.
Okay, there we go.
Come on, it'll come on off.
Look out!
There you go. You got it, see?
Oh, I got it. Yeah, that's awesome.
New oil filter. We're going to grab a little bit of oil off of the old one.
Well, why are you doing that? That's
So
interesting.
it seals. It helps you get it on there, the correct torque, and it seals it up.
Okay.
All right, Steve, so while we're waiting on that oil to finish draining, we want to do a multi-point inspection on this car. So we're going to go look at brakes, tires, and all this stuff. Just make sure everything's like it should be from factory, and if it's not, we'll just let the customer know and go from there. If they want to address it, they can. If they don't, then we move on.
And while you can do this yourself, Jason, and some people love to do this,
Yeah.
but if you want to make sure it's done right and you don't have a lot of experience with cars, there's really no reason not to have you guys come in here and make sure, especially on a vehicle like this.
That's right. And even if you do it yourself, if you're not too sure yourself, just bring it in. We'll give it a check and make sure you've done it right. You know, no problem with that either. Now that we've got all that done, we're going to finish putting the oil in here.
Last one.
So we want to check everything. So we're going to pop this off, make sure it's cooled down, but we're going to take this radiator cap off, look in this surge tank right here and make sure we're good with coolant through the pressure release.
Yes. You know, that's a great point, Jason, is that, check with the dealership. You may have a special running on something to get some service done at a discounted price, right?
Yeah, especially in the springtime and the summertime. We know people are taking a lot of trips, so we do road trip specials, where we check everything, make sure everything's good, and get people down the road and not having issues. That's our main goal here.
Jason, thanks again for letting me help out. I love coming here in the service area with you. Any chance I could just take this for a little safety check, just to make sure everything's okay? I'll just run this Cersei and back.
No, we usually give it a little spin around the block, make sure everything feels just like it did when the customer dropped it off. Hopefully even better.
I'll take whatever I can get. If you own a vehicle, any kind of vehicle, they can help you here at Guadney Buick GMC, but especially if you own a Corvette or another GMC vehicle, don't think about coming anyplace else but right here.
I'll give you an A+. It was a great service, looked good, but you got my floor dirty. I'm gonna need to get that cleaned up.